बहुत ही ऐतिहासिक ऑर्डर है। दिल्ली के लोगों के साथ जो अभी तक अन्याय होता आया, उनके साथ माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने न्याय किया है।
It's a big victory for the Delhi government, for the Aam Aadmi Party at the Supreme Court of India. In a unanimous assertion of the federal structure, the Supreme Court has ruled that the state legislature or the legislature here in the national capital, the Delhi Assembly, has power over the entire term of services. Now, there are various schedules under Indian Constitution. There are different lists that exist. And in those lists, it is specified what is the state power, what is the centre's power. Now, because there is a special arrangement here in Delhi, as in the central government is responsible for public order, for the Delhi police and other things, and the state government, like say Madhya Pradesh or Chhattisgarh, has no power over say police or public order. That creates a kind of a difficult situation or a mixed situation here in Delhi. Now, this was the position that has persisted for decades here, but ever since Arvind Kejriwal government was elected here in Delhi, and you had BJP at the central level, there were a slew of differences that arose between the two. LG versus Delhi government, you must have seen this panning out in press, social media, in television debates, in newspaper articles. This is about a series of administrative struggles and constitutional struggles that both sides have had. What has the Supreme Court ruled today? The Supreme Court has ruled that services means the power to appoint IAS officers, the power to have officers on special deputation, or any other member of bureaucracy which form the core of a government. Now, imagine having a government where you can't even deploy your own officers or you can't appoint a special public prosecutor. That was earlier ruled that Delhi government can do that. So the court said that though in a limited sense, but Delhi state legislature, which is chosen by the people of the state, has power to decide on most of the issues that pertain to services. Now, this is about the transfer and appointment of the officers. That's the limited point. But I also want to touch upon 239AA. This is a particular article under Indian Constitution that deals with how union territory, especially Delhi, operates and the federal structure which exists. Federal structure means a balance between the center and the state. There are a few points that the court has clarified. The court has said that it's the will of the people which is visible on the floor of the House in Delhi Assembly that should be respected. The court has also said that the state legislature is empowered to legislate on any subject that falls under its domain unless there is an explicit legislation on that subject by the central government. This is something that the court has laid down. I must also assert that beyond this reading of services, transfer, appointment, public order, which is an exception over which Delhi government has no power, this assertion of the court that federal structure exists in Delhi is in many ways balancing the power. Earlier, the view that had had come out in the public domain or was asserted in the political arena as well, that LG enjoys the final word. That's the constitutional position. Now, the court is saying that the state legislature has the power. And unless there are extraordinary means or on an occasion where the LG thinks that the opinion of the president should be sought, the decision taken by the state government should not be intervened into. Another facet which has come out so far is that if there are conflicting legislations, suppose there's a law passed by the parliament which applies to GNCTD and there's a law passed by the state legislature which applies to Delhi, in a case of conflicting laws, it's the central law which is going to prevail. So on many issues where there's conflict, the fact that center takes the upper hand, that's not ruled out. But at the same time, the Delhi government elected by the people has power. They have power under services as well to appoint bureaucrats, officers who can carry out the task of the government. It is expected that with this judgment, a lot of limbo that had come in with the Delhi government of not being able to take important decisions, file being quote-unquote stuck at the LG office, political tensions building in, and important policy decisions being halted or being stopped because of this political tussle. All of those issues are going to be sorted out after this crucial verdict from the Supreme Court of India. And as I end, I'd like to reiterate one point. I also believe that it's wrong to view this judgment as some kind of BJP versus the Aam Aadmi Party. This judgment is about a constitutional position. Tomorrow, the Delhi government may be run by the BJP. Who knows? They may come to power. Or the Congress may make a comeback after a few decades. It's about an important constitutional position. How Delhi will function, how its administration would be done. And this is irrespective of political parties. And the Supreme Court making a unanimous landmark judgment to that effect. Thank you for watching.